There are so many damn shooters out these days. Quite frankly, the genre is becoming annoying. You've got Medal of Honor, Battlefield Bad Company, Killzone, Halo, and a bunch others. But there will always be a special place in my heart for the Call of Duty series, especially Modern Warfare 2. I thought it was just brilliant in every respect. But now it's Treyarch's turn since Infinity Ward has broken up, and they've come out with Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, can this title step the series in a greater, new, more brilliant direction and make shooters not become so annoying? Well, here we find out. The biggest game of the year has arrived, and with it, it's brought more money than Iron Man made during its whole run in just a couple of hours. As it was always going to be a big seller, does it match up to the greatness of Modern Warfare 2? Or is it just another mad shooter for all those casual gamers to enjoy? Now, I've had a long time to play through and analyse Treyarch's take, so here's what I think. Hands down, this game has pristine presentation. Set in the Cold War, this Call of Duty also has one of the best stories, as it's told through the eyes of a captured soldier, Mason, who has been interrogated by unknown soldiers. Now, your missions are flashbacks he has, and you'll be travelling to Vietnam, to Cuba, Russia, a whole bunch of places with some very diverse settings. Another great feature is that we finally have a single-player campaign with some length, and a pretty ruthless difficulty as well. There's a dark and more grittier theme, and it's definitely got that Treyarch feel to it, and although it's not as fast or smooth as Modern Warfare 2, it's still very impressive. One thing, however, is that whilst it is thrilling gameplay with heaps of action, it can be a bit overdone at times, where it just seems like there's explosions and bullets flying by. It's a little loses its reality and can be quite numbing and repetitive, but the latter half of this game really makes up for it.
Company.
Black Ops definitely has some sleek visuals, especially since all cutscenes are in-game. You'll notice a great amount of detail. The locations you battle through are a joy to look at, decapitations are as gory as ever, facial expressions and lip syncing is spot on, and the awe of seeing so many bullets flow by and explosions is just marvellous. As impressive as it is, I still think it's about on par with Modern Warfare 2, as some minor details have been lost, like wounded enemies crawling to safety, glass looks standard, and there's been really no big step up to wow us. But it still is a geek's wet dream, especially since you play through some of these awesome action scenes it sets up. Sound is brilliant, and I realised this when I was travelling up the Laos River and the Rolling Stones' Sympathy for the Devil song came on. It really put me in that era. It was awesome. There's also a bunch of metal guitar riffs to bring up suspense, but it's the voice acting from Sam Worthington, Ed Harris and Gary Oldman that is really top-notch. They create some really compelling scenes and likeable characters, but I will say that Kennedy sounded a little like Mayor Quimby of The Simpsons.
I'm told that you are the very best that we have. Anywhere.
It's the old COD gameplay that we know and love, primary weapons, secondary weapon, grenades and all the familiar controls, except now you can do a rolling slide to avoid enemies. The campaign is full of intense gunfights and diverse gameplay as it mixes it up with controlling missiles, gunships, boats in places like Khe Sanh, the Antarctic and others. Treyarch have done really well here. The AI is pretty ordinary and the enemies just seem to run around with no strategy at all. You will mainly be controlling Mason, but it mixes it up with different characters and weaves together a compelling story. Your AI buddies don't seem to do much though. The gameplay can be a bit too ruthless at times, which is, a little annoying, but relatively it's a smooth and stylish campaign. Zombies are back in another mode and you'll see how long you can survive in a room with zombies attacking you and pickups and doors to unlock, and you can invite some of your online buddies to help you out. And it's a great bit of side fun to the game and can be quite hilarious, especially in the presidential arena. But I suppose everyone's thinking about the multiplayer. Well, it's as good as always, except there's been a change with the money system instead of experience points you earn, which you use to buy weapons and buy unlocks, and you'll need contracts to get more money, and it changes up everything pretty drastically. Levels are okay, but I felt, given that there was a lot of glitches and lag in most of the games and bugs, it was hard to really get into, but I just hope they fix it up very soon. Alright, I'm just going to come out and say it. I think Modern Warfare 2 is still a better game than Black Ops. I mean, the campaign's more thrilling and enjoyable, the multiplayer's got better kill streaks, and overall it's just a more smoother, fluid and faster game than Black Ops is. Now that's not to say that Black Ops is a bad game, because it's awesome. It's got a great campaign and thrilling features. I just don't think it was the step up that the series was calling for, because it really just feels like more of the same. So it's a 8.75 out of 10.01 from me.